The film opens in the tree. Everyone is eating. Primrose and Eglantine are shown talking while Twilight monologues. Ethelred has been gone 2 months, which has the other guardians worried. The owls involved in the Great Downing still remember nothing. Eglantine and Primrose are close. They're like sisters. Ruby and Soren help with the weather interpretation job. Why is he telling us this? Otalissa asks. Soren continues. I finally got the letter from Bess. She said that she and her ma left the tree so Grimble could focus on escaping Sadagis. Bess also said that we were welcome to come to the Palace of Mists to pay respects. We'll have to do that. Soren, not you too. It's just their thing. Anyways, yeah, we will be going to see her later. Gilfie laughs. Can Prim and I go too? Eglantine asks. Soren shakes his head. I don't know. It might be a little dangerous. But Soren, I'm getting better at flying. I'm really good at search and rescue. And Sylvana says you're good at tracking too. I know, but we still don't know what we might be facing. Don't worry, Egg, Ruby pipes up. We'll talk about it more after the weather interpretation. Giants. Bubo and Elvin said that we were going to the Spirit Woods today. Martin phrases. The Spirit Woods? Isn't that where the Scrooms live? Only the ones with unfinished business. Oh, please. That's a little owlet's tale, meant to keep younglings from going into the forest. Have you been there? Primrose asks. Otalissa nods. Once, when I was little, I went there with some older owls to see if the rumors were true. The older owls tried to scare me, but I didn't see anything. Martin, you actually hatched shortly after I got back. I remember because Ethelred and Octavia were practically doting on you every chance they could. Well, let's get a move on. I'll show you guys that Scrooms aren't real. Otalissa flies off. The other owls look at each other. The scene then cuts to the owls landing in a forest. So, these are the Spirit Woods. Soren nods. Bubo nods. Yes, pretty, aren't they? Sir, are there really Scrooms here? Elvin nods. That is what the legends say, yes. Really, though, this is said to be where kings and queens were laid to rest. Ruby shivers. I'm not really fond of this place. I keep hearing Ma? Da? Ruby starts to wander off. Martin flinches and buries himself underneath Elvin's wing. Otalissa looks at him with surprise. Martin, what are you doing? Stay back, Otalissa. Don't you see him? What are you doing? Who? Where? Behind you! Otalissa turns around but doesn't see anyone. Martin starts to cry uncontrollably. Bubo attempts to comfort him. Martin, it's okay. He's not gonna get you. He can't. Ethelred isn't here. He can't protect me anymore. Elvin shakes his head. Martin, Ethelred doesn't need to protect you from anything. Calm down. Just calm down. Martin, knock it off. I told you, Scrooms aren't real. Yeah, after all, I don't hear any. Soren wanders over to where Ruby is. He's entranced by something. We see Morella and Noctis land in front of Soren. Ma? Da? You're here. Soren, my sweet little boy. I'm so happy we could get the chance to see you again. I can't believe I finally found you two. Oh, Egg and Mrs. B are gonna be so excited. No, Soren, listen. Noctis interrupts. You need to be careful. There's a really bad owl called Metalbeak. Metalbeak, Ruby whispers. So it wasn't Sadakis that attacked me. Morella looks at her with sympathy. Poor thing. Looks like we're not the only ones. Wait, where's Claude? Soren asks. Noctis comfortingly shushes him. Soren, go to the Palace of Mists. An owl, Varia, mentioned the roguesmith at Silvervale. Primrose flies down and nudges Soren to no avail. Soren? Protect your sister. Take care in Mrs. P's protection. Ma, Da, what are you two talking to? Soren is interrupted by a bucket of cold water being thrown on him. Sorry, Soren, Primrose apologizes. Bubo came to the tree and said you were in some kind of trance. It's okay. Hey, where? Mom, Da, right there. Primrose nods solemnly. I know, Soren. I saw mine, too. They were happy. Ma and Dad told me how proud they were and how happy they were I was alive. Not you, too. Scrooms aren't real. Let's get going. Elvin says, it's good to talk to the deceased loved ones. However, the longer you spend talking to them, the harder it is to leave the forest. And the trances would eventually end you. Bubo, is Martin all good? Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just saying goodbye. Martin's okay now. Come on, let's get out of here. The owls fly off. Otalissa silently looks around before going after them. The scene cuts to the band's hollow. The owls just received the news. Eglantine is huddled next to Primrose and Ruby, crying. They must have been somewhere around there when Varia died, Primrose whispers. Ruby shakes her head. But why? And who is Metalbeak? Eglantine sniffs. Soren, do you think he killed Claude too? Soren thinks for a moment. Knowing Claude, he must have gotten away. We'll find him. Morella, Noctis. I've lost 3 good friends. They were all good parents. I'm gonna miss them. Mrs. P laments. They said to go to the Palace of Mists. What is it? Gylfi asks. Digger speaks up. I heard of it. It's a place where owls go to mourn the deceased. And, that is where Bess is. I've never been there myself. I'm sure there's a map. You guys stay here. Soren and I will ask around. Okay. Be back in a moment. As the 2 friends go through the tree, they have a chat. Look, Soren, I respect your love for your brother. But have you considered the dream you mentioned you had about Claude attacking your parents? Well... And you said that he never really showed you kindness. Twilight, I know everything stacks against him. But I need to believe that somehow, someway, I misunderstood something. He's my brother. I've gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. Soren, I wish I had a little brother like you. Of course, if I did have a little brother like you, I'd treat him differently. They run into Bubo and a snake, Octavia. Whoa there. What are you young'uns doing out so early? Indeed, no one should be up this early. Oh, well, we were talking about Scrooms, and we were wondering if anyone knew about the Palace of Mist, because that's where owls pay respects, Twilight answers. Of course. How about this? You two go off to bed, and we'll get the book on the place for you before chop practice starts, Bubo says. Soren smiles. Thank you, sir. Is there anything else, dear? I do hope you weren't worrying over Russellrub. He'll be back soon, Octavia assures him. Actually, do you know anything about an owl called Meadowbeak? You must stay away from him. Meadowbeak is a horrid owl who will kill anyone he wants. Whoa, easy there, man. We do know a little bit about Meadowbeak from legends. He's not an owl you want to trifle with. Off to bed. We'll get you that book you want tonight. The two friends nod and fly off. The film cuts to the next night. The owls are in their hollow, chatting. This book on the Palace Mist is very interesting. It was founded by an owl named Grank as a place to mourn the dead, and as a way to control the crime rate. The owls in it would rule the forest. It's not that far either. It's located in the Shadow Forest, a land of darkness said to have been where they used to banish bad owls. Right. My brother told me they used to completely pluck owls and toss them into the forest after giving them a special scar. If they escaped, then the prisoner would get part of their wings and legs cut off. No on the last part. They just got replucked. Anyways, it'd be a 2-night journey. I can find a path that'll take us there quicker. Should we tell the others? Gylfi asks. Twilight shakes his head. This lead likely isn't too important. We'll go during the Milkberry Festival tomorrow. The owls will be so busy celebrating during the week, they won't notice that we're gone. Can I go, Soren? Egg asks. Soren shakes his head. Sorry, Egg, not this time. This journey might be dangerous. Besides, the more owls that leave, the more likely it is that they'll notice, Ruby continues. Then it's settled. We'll leave as the sun starts to set. Primrose nods. We'll see you off. The owls nod and go about their business.